Hi betting experts, on Saturday the 20th of November we've got 6 cracking races on ITV, 4 from Haydock, 2 at Ascot. We start off with our value angle selection in the big race, the 3 o'clock at Haydock, the Betfair Chase, a grade 1 over 3 mile, 1.5 furlongs, 5-year-olds and upwards, cracking prize money, a really hotly contested race. I think Bristol de May is one to oppose. I don't fancy him on dry and goodish ground at all. I don't think he'll be quick enough these days. He's not getting any younger. The one I'm going to go with is Christian Williams' new arrival, Waiting Patiently. Now this one was a top class performer for Ruth Jefferson on his day. He was rather wrapped in cotton wool and mollycoddled, with injuries taking their toll. He didn't make many appearances, but he's got a very high cruising speed. He's joined Christian and he's reportedly 300 yards in front of everything else that he trains there, working the house down. Now whether that translates to the track is another matter, but fresh on good ground with Hughes booked, I think these are his absolutely optimum conditions, and there might well be a chunk of improvement to come for this new yard. Certainly at the prices he looks the one to side with. For our nap of the day, we go to the 150 at Haydock. This is the double daily rewards with Betfair. Graduation Chase, 4-year-olds and upwards, 2 mile, 5.5 furlongs. I think Brave Man's Game will jump these silly round these demanding fences. He was one of the most impressive first time out winners over fences I've seen for a very long time. He jumped every single fence at Newton Abbot immaculately, gaining half a length and winning with stones in hand. There's loads more to come from him fitness-wise. He's a relentless galloper, and 1 or 2 of these weren't miles off him over hurdles on terms of ratings, but I think he's got the scope and the potential to do a lot better. He's going to take an awful lot of beating here. He's likely to be a short price, but I think he'll get a positive ride and make all the running. The other 4 races on ITV, we'll do them in time order. Ascot in the 205. The Chanel Palmer 1965 chaser, grade 2. Well, Defi de Sills rather lost his way, the former champion chaser. He won the Clarence House at this track in January 2020 in really easy style, but since then he's been pretty disappointing. I think he's had 1 or 2 injury problems. He has had 301 days off. Philip Hobbs is going particularly well at the moment. I would imagine he'll be fit. This trip is probably what he needs these days. He's got to turn the foot. If he settles and get jumps fluently, I think he'll outclass this lot. Back to Haydock for the 225, the Stayers handicap hurdle. 3 mile and half a furlong. Well, Sandy Thompson's got a really exciting team of young horses in the north, and this unexposed stayer created a really good impression when making a winning seasonal reappearance. Now this does represent a much stronger race from a raised handicap mark, but he's a relentless stayer, a strong galloper, and I think the long Haydock straight on goodish ground will play right to his strengths. Back to Ascot for the 315, the Gerard Bertrand Hurst Park handicap chase over 2 mile 1. Well, Amula Gold did us a real turn at a huge price last time at Ascot. He's got a brilliant record at this track. Dan Skelton absolutely flying, and I think he's just the sort of handicapper who keeps on winning. He keeps getting inched up a pound or 2 here and there because he wins by narrow margins. He's produced late. He was never really going and didn't jump as fluent as he can last time, but Bridget Skelton didn't stop trying and he kept picking up to lead close home with a more fluent round of jumping. I think he can win again. And the last race on ITV, the 335 at Haydock, my odds boost on Betfair handicap chase, 3 mile, 1.5 furlong, class 2. Was strictly a dancer, has been a revelation this season for Christian Williams. His horses are improving run to run, and he was always on the bridle under a very confident ride at the November meeting at Cheltenham last week. He only won narrowly, and he rather dossed in front. In my opinion, he hit the front far too soon when he had them absolutely stone cold, but that's helped his mark. So I think here turned out quickly. He's got optimum conditions again, and the icing on the cake is that Jack Tudor, the best claimer in the country, takes off £3. He's getting lumps of weight from more exposed rivals here, and I'm pretty confident he can win again. Best of luck with all 6 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.